Good morning, everyone. Today, I will discuss one of the key principles in environmental management, which is interdependence or interrelatedness. So first, let's define what this principle means. So, living things are interdependent with one another and with their environment. This means that all living organisms such as plants, animals, and humans depends on each other, as well as on non-living things in their surroundings for survival. So, in an ecosystem, we have two main components, which is yung biotic components, and these are the living things like plants, animals, and microorganisms. And on the second is abiotic components, such as these are the non-living things such as water, air, soil, and sunlight. So both of these components are equally important. If one component is missing or damaged, it will affect the function and existence of the other components. For example, if there's no water, plants and animals cannot survive. Similarly, if a certain species of an animal disappears, it can disrupt the food chain and affect other species. So, in the summary, the principle of interdependence or interrelatedness teaches us that everything in the environment is connected. So, we must take care of both living and non-living parts of our ecosystem to maintain balance and ensure the survival of all forms of life.
Diversity and stability. It is a belief that a diverse community is a stable community. The more species present, the more stable the community, because several species keep other species checked, preventing any species from overpopulating the habitat. However, there is another hypothesis that say the opposite, that is the more homogeneous the community, the more stable it is.
Change. It has been said that the only constant thing in this planet is change. Change is basic to nature. Ecosystem change over time and space. Any change in the community affects different organisms within it. Natural change like this is healthy, but human-induced change like environmental disturbance wreak havoc in natural system resulting to environmental crises, such as climate change and species extinction.
Balance of nature or ecological balance refers to the idea that ecosystems have the ability to maintain themselves and regulate their own population through various processes. This balance is achieved through interaction among different components of the ecosystem, including predation, compete, competition for resources, and successional stage of community development. There are three components to nature balance. Ecological. Communities undergo successional stage processing through different phases until reaching a stable climax community.
Good day, my name is Cristalici Aquino and I am here to continue discussing the balance of nature. In an evolutionary sense, the current complement of species is interpreted as the ultimate product of evolution rather than a temporary expression of a continually changing global taxa. So, in evolutionary sense nga, some people believe na yung species na nakikita natin today is iyon na yung endpoint or yung final product ng evolution sa mga species. Pero in reality, ah, yung mga species na nakikita natin today ay ah, kasama lang siya sa ongoing process ng evolution since evolution nga is a continually changing process. So yan. In the population sense, concepts like carrying capacity and the constant interplay between environmental resistance and biotic potential is interpreted as creating a balance of numbers in a population and between the population and its environment. Sa population sense naman, ah, if sobrang dami ng population, since sabi nga sa una na predation kills up some population which is good sa pagbalance ng nature. So, yung biotic and environment ay magka-interact siya with each other since kailangan ng predation na nanggagaling sa environment para mabalance yung population na ng mga biotic.
Finiteness of resources. Finiteness of resources means that there are limitations and boundaries to utilization. Extraction of resources should be anchored on the concepts of sustainable development and wise utilization. Even the most abundant natural resources are in danger of being depleted in the light of human overpopulation and overexploitation. The fossil fuels are in danger of running out in this century because of too much use of industrialization and domestic consumption by the fast and growing world population. Ang ibig sabihin nito ay isa sa mga principles of environmental management ay ang finiteness of resources. Ibig sabihin ay limitado ang likas na yaman. Kailangan natin gamitin ito ng may disiplina at pag-iingat para hindi maubos at mapanatiling balanse ang kalikasan.
Pollution. Pollution is the undesirable accumulation of substances resulting in diminished quality and utility of a resource. Pollution is found in the air, water, and soil, and this results in several problems in the environment, health, and economy. Ano nga ba ang nagiging sanhi ng polusyon sa hangin at tubig at lupa? Polusyon sa hangin, usok, mga galing sa sasakyan, pabrika at planta na nagbubuga ng chemical at usok. Pagsunog ng basura, lalo na ang mga plastik at goma. Sa polusyon sa tubig naman, pagtatapon ng basura sa ilog, dagat at lawa. Dumi mula sa bahay at pabrika na walang linis. Gamit ng chemical sa sakahan tulad ng abono at pestisidyo. Sa polusyon naman sa lupa, ito naman yung pagtatambak ng basura na hindi nabubulok. Gaya ng plastic, bote, ganon, electronics, mga chemical sa agrikultura gaya ng pesticide, herbicide, at fertilizer. Pagtagas ng toxic waste mula sa pabrika. Yun. Deforestation na nagiging sanhi ng soil erosion.
Good day everyone. Ang stewardship. Ang stewardship, ito yung parang siyang the chosen one kasi 'di ba nga God commanded man to be steward. So parang siya yung napili upang tagapangalaga sa environment, ganun. So ang stewardship ay mahusay na pamamahala sa pamamagitan na pagpapanatili na maging efficient ang paggamit sa resources. And of course, pagpapanatili at ng balanse sa pagitan ng paglaki ng populasyon at paggamit ng mapagkuhanan.
Sustainability are actions that address the needs of the present without compromising the needs of the future generations to meet their own needs are embodied in the concept of sustainable development. It is usually concerned with socioeconomic development and environmental quality. A society should manage its economic growth in such a way as to do no irrepressible damage to environment. Sustainability presumes that resources are finite and should be used conservatively and wisely with a view to long-term priorities and consequences of the ways in which resources are used. In simplest terms, sustainability is about our children and our grandchildren and the world we will leave them.